Have you ever been jolted awake in the middle of the night by a painful cramp in your leg? Maybe your calf tightens up like a rock, or your foot twists in a direction you didn't think was possible. You try to stretch it, massage it, maybe even walk it off, but nothing seems to help fast enough. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Muscle spasms, or what many of us call Charlie horses, can feel like lightning bolts through the body. And let's be honest, they're more than just a nuisance. They can be downright exhausting. You start to wonder, is this just part of getting older? Is it something I have to live with now? The good news is no, it's not. And even better, there's a simple hydration trick that could make a world of difference. Possibly even stopping those muscle spasms before they start. Now, before we get into the hydration hack itself, let's talk about why this even matters. As we age, our bodies change in ways that can sneak up on us. We may not bounce back from things as quickly, we might feel more stiff in the mornings. And yes, those pesky cramps seem to come around more often. But here's something most people don't realize. Many of these discomforts are linked to hydration. Not just how much water you drink, but how you hydrate. You see, staying hydrated isn't just about avoiding dry skin or keeping your energy up. It's also about how well your muscles, nerves, and joints function. And when you're over 60, the balance of fluids and electrolytes in your body becomes even more important. A small imbalance can lead to big problems like painful cramps, weakness, and even dizziness. So if you've been drinking water but still getting muscle spasms, you're probably thinking, what am I missing? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. We're going to talk about a little-known hydration trick that can make a big impact, especially for older adults. And no, it doesn't involve expensive supplements or complicated routines. Now, let's ease into the first thing that often gets overlooked: the role of electrolytes. Most people associate electrolytes with sports drinks and athletes, but they're just as important, if not more, for seniors. Electrolytes are minerals like magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium. They help your muscles contract and relax properly. And when your body is low on any of them, your muscles can start to rebel, causing spasms, cramps, and even muscle weakness. The thing is, as we get older, we often drink more water to stay healthy, but we don't always replace those essential minerals. In fact, drinking too much plain water without the right balance of electrolytes can actually flush those minerals out of your system. It's a bit ironic, isn't it? The very thing we're doing to stay healthy might be part of what's causing the issue. That brings us to the hydration hack I mentioned earlier. It's simple, it's affordable, and best of all, it can make a noticeable difference in how your body feels. The trick? Just a small pinch of high-quality sea salt in your water. Yes, salt, but not the table salt you might be thinking of. We're talking about natural, mineral-rich sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. These salts contain trace minerals your body actually needs, including magnesium and potassium in small but helpful amounts. Now, don't worry, we're not talking about turning your water into ocean water. Just a small pinch in a glass of water, once or twice a day, can help your body absorb the water more effectively and replenish some of those missing minerals. This helps keep your muscles nourished and less likely to spasm. It's one of those little tricks that's easy to dismiss until you try it, and then you start wondering why no one told you sooner. And here's something else to consider. When you hydrate with this kind of mineral support, it's not just about avoiding cramps. Many people report better energy levels, clearer thinking, and even fewer headaches. Because when your body is properly balanced, everything works a little more smoothly, from your heart and muscles to your digestion and mood. But I know what you might be thinking now. What if I have high blood pressure? Should I really be adding salt to my water? That's a great question, and a very important one. If your doctor has told you to strictly limit sodium, you should definitely follow their guidance. However, it's worth noting that the type and amount of salt we're talking about here is very different from the processed salt in packaged foods. We're talking about a tiny pinch, barely enough to taste, of unrefined salt, which contains more minerals and less sodium than you might expect. But again, always check with your doctor if you're unsure. If you'd prefer an alternative, you can also look for natural electrolyte powders or drinks that are specifically low in sugar and additives. Just read the label carefully. You want to avoid anything with artificial sweeteners or unnecessary chemicals. Think clean, simple, and mineral-rich. Now, aside from tweaking your water, there's something else that often plays a role in muscle spasms, and that's magnesium deficiency. Believe it or not, A large number of adults over 60 aren't getting enough magnesium, and it's one of the most common culprits behind nighttime leg cramps. Magnesium helps your muscles relax, and when levels are too low, those muscles can stay tense or suddenly seize up. Some people find that taking a magnesium supplement in the evening, either as a tablet or even a magnesium-rich lotion or spray, helps reduce spasms overnight. Foods like almonds, leafy greens, and bananas can also help you get more magnesium naturally. But again, always check with a healthcare professional before adding a supplement to your routine, especially if you're on medications. Now that we've looked at how proper hydration and electrolytes can calm those cranky muscles, there's another simple, often overlooked factor that makes all the difference: movement, or more specifically, circulation. You see, even if your hydration and electrolytes are on point, your muscles still need one very important thing to function properly: blood flow. When you've been sitting too long, or your legs aren't getting enough movement throughout the day, that lack of circulation can set the stage for muscle cramps to strike, especially at night when your body is finally at rest. Now, I get it, maybe your knees aren't what they used to be, or maybe it's just not easy to get out for a walk every day. But here's the thing, you don't have to run marathons or hit the gym to improve your circulation. Gentle movement is incredibly effective. Even small stretches at home or simple chair exercises can make a big difference. Think of it like waking up your muscles and letting your blood deliver all those nutrients and minerals we talked about earlier. A good habit is to stand up and move around for a few minutes every hour or so during the day. Swing your arms, roll your ankles, stretch your calves. If you're watching TV, use the commercial breaks to do a few light stretches or walk in place. It doesn't take much, but it keeps the blood flowing. And when your muscles are well fed and oxygenated, they're far less likely to cramp up and misbehave when you're trying to relax. One little trick that works wonders, especially if your cramps tend to happen at night, is to do a minute or two of calf stretches right before bed. Just lean forward against a wall with your back leg straight and heel pressed to the floor. Hold for 30 seconds on each leg. That stretch helps lengthen the muscles and primes them to rest, rather than tighten. It's a small move, but when combined with the hydration tips we talked about earlier, it's a real game changer for many people. Now let's talk about something that often flies under the radar but plays a major role in how our muscles function: medications. Yes, that's right. Some common prescriptions can actually cause or worsen muscle spasms. Diuretics, for instance, also known as water pills, are often prescribed to manage high blood pressure. But they can also deplete important minerals like potassium and magnesium. And as we've already learned, when those minerals drop to low, the muscles start to spasm. Other medications, including certain statins for cholesterol and medications for asthma, can also affect how your muscles behave. This doesn't mean you should stop taking your medications, definitely not, but it does mean it's worth having a conversation with your doctor. If you've started experiencing more cramps or muscle spasms since beginning a new medication, don't assume it's just age. Bring it up. There may be adjustments they can make, or additional nutrients they can recommend to balance things out. Another factor that surprises many people is dehydration at night. During the day, it's easier to remember to sip water, but most people don't drink much in the evening. In fact, many seniors intentionally cut back on fluids before bed to avoid nighttime trips to the bathroom. That's completely understandable, but it can also leave your body slightly dehydrated just when it needs hydration the most. Your muscles do a lot of repairing and recovering while you sleep, and that process takes water and electrolytes. So if you go to bed already a bit low on fluids, your muscles can start to tighten up, and that's when those midnight cramps come knocking. The key here is balance. You don't need a big glass of water before bed. Just a few sips of water with that pinch of mineral-rich salt we talked about earlier can go a long way. Or, if you prefer, a warm cup of herbal tea with magnesium can hydrate and relax the muscles without disrupting your sleep too much. Speaking of sleep, did you know that how you sleep can affect your muscles too? Lying in one position for too long, especially with your feet pointed downward, can cause the calf muscles to shorten, and that can trigger a spasm. If you sleep on your back, try placing a pillow under your knees to keep your legs slightly bent. If you sleep on your side, tuck a small pillow between your knees to keep your hips aligned and muscles more relaxed. These small tweaks can relieve tension and help prevent those late-night surprises. Now, we can't forget about one more essential ingredient that your muscles rely on: potassium. This mineral works alongside sodium and magnesium to keep your muscles contracting and relaxing smoothly. Bananas are famous for being a potassium-rich food, and they're great, but they're not the only option. Avocados, sweet potatoes, and spinach are also excellent sources. If you're not a big fruit eater, try blending a banana and a handful of spinach into a morning smoothie with a little Greek yogurt. It's tasty, hydrating, and gives your body the muscle-loving minerals it craves. And let me just say, none of this is about being perfect. You don't have to do every single thing every single day. But even picking one or two of these small habits, like adding a pinch of sea salt to your water, stretching your calves before bed, or tossing a banana into your breakfast, can make a world of difference. This isn't about reversing time or becoming a teenager again. It's about feeling better in your own body, reducing those annoying, painful interruptions, sleeping through the night, waking up with a little more ease. Because here's something that often gets overlooked in the conversation about aging: you still have power over how you feel. You still have the ability to make changes, simple ones that can lead to real relief. And you don't have to do it alone. That's what this channel is all about, helping you find practical ways to live well, feel strong, and stay confident in your body, no matter your age. Next, there's one more crucial element to all this: a natural but often ignored connection between hydration, nerves, and stress that could be silently affecting your muscle health every single day. Because while hydration, movement, and minerals all play a major role in stopping muscle spasms, there's one more factor that ties it all together: your nervous system. And more specifically, how stress affects it. Now, this might sound surprising at first. What does stress have to do with muscle cramps, right? But think about it. When you're stressed, your body holds tension. Your shoulders tighten, your jaw might clench, and without realizing it, your muscles stay in a state of readiness, bracing for something that never quite comes. Over time, that low-grade tension wears your muscles down, making them more likely to spasm, especially when you're dehydrated or low on minerals. Stress also messes with your hormones and electrolyte balance. It can increase how much magnesium your body uses up, and it can make your body flush out more fluids, leaving you even more vulnerable to dehydration. So if you've been doing everything right, drinking water, getting electrolytes, stretching, and you're still getting cramps, don't overlook the impact of stress. One simple way to ease that tension and support your muscles is deep breathing. Yes, really, just a few minutes a day of slow, intentional breathing can calm your nervous system, lower your stress hormones, and reduce overall muscle tension. It's free, it's easy, and it works. Here's one technique you might try tonight. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Then hold that breath for 4 counts. Exhale gently through your mouth for 4 counts, and hold again for 4 before repeating. It's called box breathing, and it helps reset your system. You can do it in bed, in your chair, even while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Now, let's take this a step further. If stress and nervous tension are frequent guests in your daily life, your body may be running on what we call a sympathetic setting, fight or flight mode. It's like an engine that's always revving a little too high. And when your engine runs hot for too long, things start to misfire, including your muscles. A warm bath with Epsom salts can help relax both your body and mind. Epsom salt is high in magnesium sulfate, which can be absorbed through the skin and help ease muscle tension. Just 15 to 20 minutes a few times a week can make a big difference. And if you don't have a bathtub, even soaking your feet in warm water with a handful of Epsom salt can bring relief. Another way to calm the nervous system is through gentle touch or massage. If you've ever had someone rub your calf during a cramp, you know how effective that can be. But even when you're not in pain, regular massage or even using a warm compress can encourage circulation, relieve tight spots, and reduce your overall risk of spasms. Don't underestimate the power of hydration routines, either. Creating a consistent rhythm, sipping mineral-rich water in the morning, having a nourishing snack with potassium in the afternoon, stretching before bed helps your body settle into a routine. And our bodies love routine. They feel safer and calmer when they know what to expect. That, in turn, supports healthier nerves and muscles. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about showing your body that it's supported, that it's being listened to. And when you treat your body with that kind of care, it responds. Let's quickly pull all of this together. You've learned that hydration is more than just drinking water. It's about smart hydration. Adding a pinch of high-quality sea salt or trying a clean electrolyte drink can help your body actually hold onto the fluids and minerals it needs. You've seen how magnesium, potassium, and even a banana or handful of spinach can ease muscle tension from the inside out. You now know that movement matters. Simple stretches, light walking, and not sitting for too long can keep circulation flowing and muscles happy. You've looked at how medication might play a role, how nighttime habits can either help or hurt, and how calming your nervous system brings everything together in a powerful way. If you're someone who's been living with muscle spasms for a while now, it's easy to feel like they're just another part of aging, like they're here to stay. But I want to remind you, aging doesn't mean suffering. It doesn't mean giving up your comfort or freedom. Sometimes it's just about learning how your body works now and giving it what it needs today. These cramps, those spasms, that frustration in the middle of the night, it doesn't have to be your normal. Your body is still listening. It's still capable of healing, responding, and thriving. Small changes really can lead to big relief. You don't need fancy treatments or expensive gadgets. You need simple, nourishing habits that support your body where it is. And maybe most important of all, you deserve to feel good in your body. To rest without being jolted awake. To walk without fear of sudden pain. To enjoy your day without constantly stretching or rubbing your legs. If this video helped you, I'd love for you to share your experience in the comments below. Have you tried any of these tips? Have you found a hydration routine that works for you? Your story might be the very thing that helps someone else find relief too. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this message reach more people. Hit that subscribe button if you want more gentle, practical tips for living well after 60. We talk about everything from joint pain to memory, energy, sleep, and more, because your health journey deserves support at every step. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Here's to fewer cramps, deeper sleep, and feeling stronger in your body every single day. You've got this. And remember, your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, right now. Stay well, and I'll see you in the next video.